everybody, and welcome back. As always, I am Mateo311, and this is your one channel for everything VR related. So today, we have the ultimate Oculus Quest accessory review and giveaway. So stick around to the end. I'll tell you guys how you can win all of these accessories that I'm going to be talking about. So thank you to VR Cover and Kiwi for sending me all of these products to check out. And I'm not going to waste your time. Let's jump right in. Let's start with some of the products made by Kiwi. So there will be links and additional information on every single product down in the description, but let's start with the Kiwi Oculus Quest Earmuffs. Now these are designed to enhance the audio, and I have to say I've been using them for a week now, and they do improve the overall audio quality. There's nothing you can do for the audio solution that's already built into the Oculus Quest, except for wear headphones, which just so happens to be another product I have from Kiwi. These are very simple headphones that you'd see, but they're designed for the Oculus Quest, so they come in a single pair. Now I will say there is a difference between having something off ear and wearing headphones, and you might find that you just like the comfort of having something off ear more. Now my actual preference is the off ear solution. These are just simple rubber cups. They go right on. You'll put them on in 2 seconds. You can get these off Amazon for 20 bucks. There's a little more depth and richness to the audio quality, as it's not just bleeding out of the audio strap, and it will also reduce the amount of audio bleed to people in your surroundings. Is it a game changer? Definitely not. Is it nice to have? Thumbs up. It does also make the overall audio much louder. So if you're looking to really pump some sound, even though the Oculus Quest isn't bass heavy and this doesn't really help, you can pump up the volume. Now, in regards to Kiwi's earbuds, I'm not an audiophile, so I couldn't tell you overall how good the quality is. They sound like any other earbuds to me. They're only $20, so I'm not expecting anything mind-shattering here, but they do the job. So if you use your Oculus Quest on, let's say, a plane, or just you have family members who can't stand to hear the audio bleed, well, here's your solution. And there are games that it definitely does make the game quality better. If you play Lies Beneath, they actually recommend that you use earbuds just for a little bit deeper immersion. Now, I'm going to stick on Kiwi for a little while, and the next item is the Kiwi head strap. Now this is designed to redistribute the way the Oculus Quest sits on your head, because it is a very front heavy device, and I know that drives a lot of people nuts, or it just pushes a lot of pressure on your face. Now I've heard people complain about this, say it doesn't work for them, and comfort is subjective. We all have different shaped heads, so I can understand that. For me personally, it does redistribute the weight, and I do like it a lot. It does help. It's not a huge difference, but if I take it off and use the Quest for about 40 minutes, I will notice the difference between with it on and with it off. It might not be the same for you. I know some people are saying you gotta clip this back strap off because it ends up pulling in a weird manner. That's not the case for me. Now, another item that Kiwi delivered to help with the comfort is a new facial insert and an entirely new gasket. Now, if you'll see, the gasket is actually slotted. So this is to help the heat level from inside the headset. For me, I didn't notice a huge difference. Maybe it's there, maybe it's not. But personally, in the hours of playtesting I just didn't feel it. Now, they also have a optional nose insert. This Velcros right on, and this is to reduce light bleed. And I think for some people, this will be amazing because the Oculus Quest does have a significant amount of light bleed. However, for me, if you notice this big giant schnoz I have sinus issues. Just that tiny bit of added pressure right here and here from something so minute actually bothers me sometimes. If I'm just having a bad nose day, I'm stuffy or whatever the case is, this will bother me. So the fact that it is optional is amazing, which brings me to the next product, which is from VR Cover. I'm going to jump back and forth between these two, just compare them. I do have a couple inserts from VR Cover. This one goes over the original Oculus Quest face gasket here. This is a medical grade silicone cover, and it is designed for hygiene basically. Now, some of the other like pleather face covers I actually didn't like. They stuck to my skin. They felt uncomfortable. They felt a little bit too warm. They trapped like heat into my face. This is cool to the touch. I like it. If you start to get sweaty, it could get a little sticky. And obviously, since this won't absorb any of your sweat, you probably will eventually get some beads of sweat on here. It is nice. It takes 2 seconds to pull off and go rinse out. And I have to say that is huge if you share your headset. I have a friend that I would share my headset with, and he would hand it back after 15 minutes, and it would be absolutely saturated. Now, this was back on my Vive and Vive Pro, which was probably the worst headset when it comes to sweat absorption, because it's just foam. This headset and the Oculus Quest are a little bit better, but it's still nice to have something so you don't have to wear a headset that is just absolutely disgusting. You can pull this off, wipe it down, or not even pull it off, just quickly wipe it down, and you are good to go. It also has that light bleed blocking nose flap, which again, some people will love, but this one you cannot remove, and it also produced that tiny bit of added pressure around my nose. And if you have anything that bothers, like it sits on the brim of your nose or there's pressure around your nose, if the Oculus Quest bothers you in that manner, this might bother you. I know I'm nitpicking, but again, comfort is subjective. And I actually had to use the eyeglass insert in my Oculus Quest. I use the eyeglass insert even though I don't wear eyeglasses, because it used to rest completely on the brim of my nose and cause pain when I played. And someone recommended that, and it's been a lifesaver. So it's a great product. It does what it's intended. And I actually like it better than their replacement face cover, which is this type of pleather material. I did not like this at all. I personally did not like this at all. This sticks to my face. I didn't find it more comfortable at all. But again, comfort is subjective. I know people who love the VR covers. A lot of people told me to get the cloth cover and put it over this. Then you get like the best combination of everything. I just find it strange to have to put on one item and then another. They have 2 different size options. One is for comfort. One is a little bit smaller, kind of, because this might cut off your FOV. So this did resolve that. I tried both of them, and I honestly do not find them slightly more comfortable than the original Oculus Quest one at all. This for me, no good, but I know people who swear by these. Now jumping back to the face insert from Kiwi, personally, I like this one the best. It added a little bit more plushness. The material it wasn't like a sticky pleather, so it didn't stick to my skin. It felt nice and soft. When I was sweating in it, it would bead off significantly and absorb a tiny bit. The absorption rate is very low. So it was still easy to clean, felt very comfortable, and it's a shame that I'm going to give it to you guys because I like it. So like I said, I want to give these away to people who are going to utilize them and enjoy them. I do 90% of my gaming on my Valve Index, and about 10% here. I usually take it with me when I go on vacation, and that's about it. I take it when I go on vacation, or if there's a new feature or Oculus Quest only game, that's when I fire this up. Otherwise, it just chills on the shelf right there, which is great because it now has a stand from Kiwi. So this stand is very similar to like 20 different other stands that are available online that you can find on Amazon. This is a universal stand though, so they give you 2 different arms. So it doesn't matter what headset you have, these arms will support your controllers. So you can have your Vive, your Oculus controllers. They won't hold index, so kind of like. But it is a nice stand. It does what it's supposed to. If you want to, showcase your headset, well, there you go. I personally think my headset looks just as good just sitting on my counter as it does with the stand. I do have stands for my other headsets, and why I want to keep those is because those headsets have cables. so you can wrap the cable in here and the cable looks a lot nicer. This headset doesn't have a cable, so I think it looks just as nice over there on my counter as it does on this stand. So you guys get a stand. Okay, so next up we have these Kiwi knuckle straps that I've shown off in a previous video. They go onto your Oculus Quest controllers and they try and simulate the grip that the index controller has on your hand. Personally, they kind of held the controller in an awkward direction. It wouldn't line up with my hand perfectly, so I wasn't the biggest fan of them, and I honestly never used these. But again, I know people who use these and say they're awesome, so maybe you'll be one of those people. So last up is the accessory that every single Oculus Quest owner should have if you're also a PC gamer. So if you have a VR capable PC, well then, you're gonna want a link cable. Obviously, the link cable is gonna allow your Oculus Quest to run like a Rift S, and you could play PC VR games like Asgard's Wrath or Half-Life Alyx. So you definitely want one of these. I already had a link cable. I'm happy with my link cable. I tested this cable. It works as intended. I didn't run into any issues with it. So boom, get yourself a free link cable. Now the Oculus Quest currently works with any USB-C cable that includes 2.0. However, your performance is not going to be great on a 2.0 cable, so you want one of the cables designed specifically for the Oculus Link, and this is one of them. Okay guys, so there it is. You got earbuds, you got earmuffs, you got a stand, multiple different hygienic face gasket and face cover replacements, and knuckle straps. So I think that gets you guys covered. It's not the Franken Quest, but it is a really good amount of accessories, and I forgot to include the link cable. So if you are a new Quest owner, I think you'll really like some of these items. I do want to send this to someone who will appreciate it. So guys, what I'm going to do is put a link in the description. It's going to go to a Gleam link. You guys just go there. If you win, I will send it anywhere in the world. However, if you are outside of the US, you will have to pay for shipping. All of these items are fairly light, so I don't expect it to be that expensive. But if I'm shipping this thing across the world, you know, it might be 30 bucks or something. So I really hope you guys don't mind just paying shipping. I know I didn't go into a huge amount of detail on every single item, but if you have any questions, just drop them in the description. I will take the time to answer every single one. And I hope you guys enjoyed this video. As always, I'll see you guys on next time.